Parse errors, like the ones shown on the screen here, are among the most common error messages that you're likely to see. Parse is the technical term for what happens to a PHP script when it's processed by the server, and if there's a mistake in the code, the PHP can't parse it. So let's take a look at this error message and see if we can find the problem in the code. It says unexpected if, and it tells us it's on line 4. So let's go to the editing program and look at this page. Line 4 doesn't look to be anything wrong with that if to me, and in fact there is nothing wrong with it, and this is what confuses a lot of people. It says it was on line 4. What was on line 4 was an unexpected if. In other words, the error lies before that. If shouldn't be there. Why shouldn't it be there? Well, on line 3 the semicolon is missing. So if we put that semicolon in and save the page, go back to the browser and reload it, oh dear, we've got another syntax error. Unexpected UTF, T-string, on line 13. Oh dear, let's go back, look at that. And this is where having syntax coloring is extremely useful in an editor. What has happened is that it says that there's an unexpected UTF on line 13. Well, this is right down in the HTML, so there seems to be something terribly wrong there. Well, actually, what has happened is that there's a mismatch somewhere of quotes. And the syntax coloring in Dreamweaver, it puts strings in red. We've got an opening double quote here, and this is being regarded as the closing double quote of that string. And the problem actually lies up here on line 6. The matching closing quote should be double, not single. And once I do that, my syntax coloring in Dreamweaver changes. It looks as though everything is fine. Those syntax errors have gone away. Let's save the page and reload it. Oh my goodness, another parse error. Unexpected end of file on line 29. And this is one that gets people really tearing their hair out. Let's go and have a look at the problem there. Line 29. Hang on, that is the end of the file. Well, that's exactly what the error message says. We got to the end of the file. It was unexpected. There's an error message there. And unfortunately, Dreamweaver's syntax checking indicates that the error is on line 27. It's not there. Let's go back up and have a look to see what the problem might actually be. And something which can be quite useful in some programs is what is known as balancing braces, finding the matching opening and closing braces. And if I look here, put my cursor after that opening brace and use balance braces in Dreamweaver, it selects that. And if I put it here, it gives me a little bong and it says I can't find anything. And what's happened is I've missed out the closing curly brace. And if you get this parse error end of file, that's almost certainly what the problem is, that somewhere you've missed out a closing curly brace, and it can be a bit of a bind trying to find out where it is, but that's what you've got to look for. So if we save that page, go back to the browser, and we now get the page that we were originally looking for, and this final page tells you what most common problems with parse errors are: forgetting the semicolon at the end of a statement, mismatched quotes, and a missing curly brace or parenthesis. And something which you should have noticed from this, that only one error message is shown at a time. So if you've got multiple errors, you need plenty of patience to work through them. But with practice, you'll learn to spot the cause much more quickly. Also, having an editor that has syntax coloring and checks your syntax on the fly will help you spot errors as soon as they occur, making them much easier to pin down and eliminate. And I can tell you, when I first started doing PHP, syntax checkers didn't exist, so we had to learn the hard way. Life is a lot easier if you use a good editor.